Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Ghost and today we are back on World of Warships Legends, taking a look at something that you guys voted for on my most recent poll on the channel. A few days ago, I posted a poll asking you guys from a couple answers, or a couple picks rather, or a few picks. From these choices, pick the next video. And the choices were top 10 overpowered ships, top 10 rare ships, top 10 recommended ships, or premiums, and top 10 crap ships. And most of you guys voted for top 10 overpowered ships. So that's exactly what I am going to be covering in today's video. The top 10 overpowered ships. 38% of you guys at the time of recording this picked the first option, followed closely by the third option, then the second option, then the fourth option. 311 votes. So if you didn't get to vote, too bad, so sad, you missed November 5th. Try again. Anyway, yeah, so let's immediately jump into this, because there's 10 picks. We're going to be here for a while. I want to try to keep this quick and, efficient. So, starting off this list with number 10. Obviously, by the way, I rank these from 10 to 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's 10 picks. So 10 being like the back of my list, not very good. I mean, they're still good, but not like super good. And number 1 being like the most overpowered ship. So once we get into like the top 5, top 4, that's when we're going to start seeing the most disgusting, vile, overpowered ships. In my opinion, right? So anyway, starting off this list with number 10 is none other than the Cleveland. Not a lot of people talk about how overpowered the Cleveland can be. This thing is an absolute beast at dishing out DPM and shells, right? That's a fact. That is a fact. It can lob almost any island in the game because of those American shell arcs. It's got on my build, a 16% fire chance. You can probably get it a 15% fire chance on average. That's plenty, especially with the amount of shells you dish out every 5 seconds. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. You got 12 152mm guns. They're American, so they have special shit going for them, and you just have a crazy reload, and this thing just dishes out lots and lots and lots and lots of hate. And the enemy hates it. It sucks to be on the receiving end of a Cleveland. Now, number 2, the overall AA is very good. So it's just everything about this. It's just good. It's got decent maneuverability. It's got decent concealment. It's got good AA. It's got great guns. And it's got no armor, best armor. This thing almost never gets citadeled. I don't know about you guys, but if you ever take shots at Clevelands, how often do you just outright nuke them? I don't know about you, but in my experience, every time I shoot at a Cleveland, I tend to just overpen them all the time. It's got the no armor, best armor scheme. And that's why it's just so good. That alone boosts its survivability to like 70, in my opinion. This right here, survivability of 49, I don't think that's entirely accurate. I think it's got more of like a survivability of like 70 because of that no armor, best armor scheme. Now, you still can get citadeled. You do have a citadel, but it's kind of like waterline, below the waterline. I tend to find the most times I get citadeled is at longer ranges, like 15 plus kilometers. Anything within that, usually you get overpenned, especially by battleships. Now, you do got to watch out for cruisers, but again, that's just the only downside. But other than that, this thing's great. It has great guns, great overall consumables as well. It's a radar cruiser because, you know, it's American, so it's got that radar, 9-kilometer radar, 30-second duration. It's just great. You got those sonars, you got the heals. Everything's good about Cleveland. Everything. I don't think there's really any place where it's bad. And technically, the armor, again, the armor should be bad. It's like, oh, it's only got 25mm of armor, but that actually works in your favor because look how much freeboard you got. You just got so much freeboard that anytime anybody aims high, they're just gonna get overpens most of the time, unless they're using smaller shells. So yeah, Cleveland, easily my number 10 pick. This thing is an easy ship to just go around and just have fun in. It's great. I love it. I love Cleveland. I'm not even gonna lie. I love a lot of these overpowered ships. Like, who doesn't? They're just great. Anyway, Cleveland number 10. It's a great one. It's a great one. Number 9. My number 9 pick is none other than the Tier 7 Premium Japanese Light Cruiser, the Suzuya. Now, the Suzuya is... It's just so good. It's got 15 155 millimeter guns. It's got a 7-second reload. They're just great guns. Japanese HE, it's just ridiculous. Now, they're not 203 millimeter guns, but still, the amount of shells that this thing puts out, kind of like the Cleveland. I call this ship the Japanese Cleveland. That's kind of what it is. It's great. It's just, it has so much firepower, even more so than Cleveland, right? Also, survivability on this thing is pretty good. The armor is kind of like Cleveland again. Look at that. Notice something? It's all got green armor. It's all got 25 millimeters of armor everywhere. So it's kind of hard to Citadel this thing, except it's kind of not. It's got a bit more of an exposed Citadel, but in my experience, I don't get Citadeled all that often in the Suzuya, surprisingly, even though it's got a gigantuous Citadel. Then again, I don't get Citadeled in most cruisers very often unless I'm just caught, right? If you know how to play cruisers, if you just use islands and shit, no matter how big your Citadel is, you're gonna be able to just stay alive if you know how to utilize concealment and islands and smoke screens and all that jazz, right? But yeah, this thing's just great. You have to play it to just, understand. Also, since it's Japanese, it comes with a 610 millimeter defeater long lance torpedoes that go out to 11 kilometers with a 16,000 maximum simulated damage, whatever that's supposed to mean. Yeah, they're really good torpedoes. I've caught plenty of people with them. It's great. And overall, this thing just dishes out lots of damage. It's got torps, it's got guns, it's got all of the stuff it usually needs to be a fucking annoying, an extremely annoying fire spammer. It's ridiculous. Also, if we look at my penetration for my HE shells, on my build, I've got up to 28 millimeters of penetration on these HE shells, which is pretty juicy. Now, if it was 32 millimeters of penetration, we would be talking borderline craziness. And you could easily get that up to 32 if you were to put, if we have it, but we don't, but like Evil Sparks or IFHE or whatever. But yeah, I run Haguro with this build. It's just ridiculous. Hellfire. This one right here. Armor penetration of your HE shells up to 6%. And, of course, it increases your HE shell damage up to 7%. This is just such a good commander to run on most Japanese cruisers. I mean, look at that damage with the HE. 2,800 damage maximum. That's just ridiculous. And the muzzle velocity is pretty decent. Overall, I mean, it's just... Suzuya is straight up nasty. And I love this thing. Suzuya, one of my favorite ships in the game. And that's why it's also my number 9 pick. It's just great. And also, it's a premium. It's a tier 7 premium. So it just makes absolute boatloads of credits. And yeah, it's great. Suzuya, it's great. Just so many good things going for it. I wish it had a radar, but that would make it like craziness if it did. So yeah, Suzuya, it's my number 9 pick. And let's go ahead and move on to my number 8 pick. Not tier 8, but, my number 8 pick is none other than the tier 7 premium American cruiser, heavy cruiser, the Wichita. And the Wichita CE, for that matter. Collector's Edition. They're both equally just ridiculous. They're the same ship, except Wichita has slightly better AP, and Wichita CE has slightly better HE. That's the only two differences. They're so good that I got a fucking legendary mod on both of them because they're that good. But yeah, where do I begin with the Wichita? The Wichita has literally almost nothing bad going for it. Nothing. It's got great guns. They're 203 millimeter, 8-inch guns, and they have ridiculous statistics here. Look at the HE; it's pretty good. The AP, it's ridiculous. Overall, I mean, these are just ridiculous. And of course, your armor penetration on your HE shells, since it is 203 millimeter guns, you've got 34 millimeters of penetration. So most battleships are not fucking safe from this thing. You're just gonna pen them all over the place. You're gonna plaster them just everywhere with these high explosive shells. Nothing they can do about it. Except, hope and pray that you don't get fires. Speaking of, since they're slightly bigger guns, you have a 17% fire chance. Easy 17% fire chance. Survivability overall, it's pretty good. It's got good armor as well. 27 millimeters of armor everywhere. So you can ricochet shells, armor piercing shells up to 15 inches. Which is really handy. Taking away all that, the Citadel, it's almost non-existent. I almost never get Citadel in my Wichita. And I almost never Citadel enemy Wichitas. Again, the only time I usually do is like long-range plunging fire, where you got so much armor to penetrate, where it's like you cannot not get a Citadel. Also, the loadout. It's got radars, of course. It's got sonars. It's got everything it needs. Wichita has everything it needs to be an effective cruiser. It has great guns to fuck everything. It's got all the consumables to counter DDs and all that. And on top of that, the concealment's pretty good. The maneuverability is like best in class for a heavy cruiser. 680 mead returning circle radius, which is absolutely ridiculous for a heavy cruiser. And the rudder shift time overall is just ridiculous. The only downside with the Wichita is its turret traverse. The turret traverse is god-awful. It is horrible. Again, that's the only yellow part, I swear. 35-second turret traverse. It's bad. But again, if you can learn to just get used to that, like if you play ships like Pensacola, if you play ships like that, anything with slow turret traverse, if you're used to slow turret traverses, it's not that bad to deal with. You just gotta overadapt and overcome. I mean, it's adapt and overcome, rather. It's what I meant to say. It's just, I don't care. Everything else, the radars, the heals, the sonars, the armor, everything, it doesn't really matter. It just makes up for the bad turret traverse. And honestly, you're not going to be like turning that much in Wichita. You should be using islands. You should be usually not twisting and shouting 24/7 in Wichita to begin with, right? This is a firing platform, not a fucking crack cocaine turn in like a million different directions and be like a tier 7 hipper build, okay? Like, no. This is a sort of sit in place, dish out shitloads of hate, move when needed, and that's about it. You should never have to be constantly rotating your guns on different sides of the ship, right? So anyway, yeah, Wichita, they're both great. Wichita is one of my favorite ships in the game. That's why in my other video where I did a top 5 list of my recommended premiums to get with the 70% off coupon, this is up there. It's a great cruiser. It's just so good, dude. It's so good. And that is why it is my number 8 pick. And we're only number 8. We've got 7 more ships to go. We're not even done yet. Speaking of 7, my number 7 pick on this list. Now, some of you may be surprised. How is this not higher? How is this pick not higher on the list? Well, it's the Shimakaze. Okay? Shimakaze is ridiculous. But there's only one reason why it's ridiculous. The torpedoes. See, it would be a lot higher on the list if it was like a lower tier. But here's the thing. At legendary tier, you get a lot of people that can counter this thing. Now, despite me hating this thing, this is my most hated ship. I hate this fucking thing. Anybody who plays this, I literally wish nothing but the worst for you in life. I hope you stub your toe every day you wake up. Literally, I hate this thing. But even then, despite all my personal feelings for it, I can still, at the end of the day, think rationally and understand that this is a one-trick pony. The only thing good about Shimakaze is its torpedoes and its concealment. If you get into a game against gunboats are going to have a fucking heyday with this thing. It doesn't stand a fucking chance in hell against gunboats. So that's it. It's easy to counter if you have the people to do it. Like, if you have a good team of destroyers and radar cruisers, a Shimakaze is almost fucking useless. And I can put my hatred aside for this thing, my personal feelings aside, and accept that fact. Now look at these torpedoes. 24,896 maximum damage. Like, what are we doing? Ridiculous. 12.8 kilometer range on my build. Obviously, that could get better. Now, right now on my build, it says 5.7 concealment. But if I was to put concealment mod on, that would go down to like 5.2. I don't keep the upgrades on this thing because I almost never play it, despite me having 144 kills in it. Let's actually look at my statistics real quick with my my Shima. I've got 118 battles played in my Shimakaze. 61 victories, 57 defeats, 52% win rate. And despite me having 15 torpedoes, that's right, the Shimakaze comes with 15 torpedoes. I've only got a 5% accuracy. You could give me 1,000 torpedoes. I'm still going to miss 995 of them. I always say it, man. Torpedoes are just not my thing. But they are for some people, and they're fucking annoying. So yeah. Shimikaze, absolute bane of my existence. I hate him. I wish nothing but the worst for Shimikaze players. It's disgusting. If you like torpedo boats, Shimikaze is like probably going to be your next favorite thing. This thing is an absolute... It's just the epitome of torpedoing. It's ridiculous. It puts out 15 freight trains every, like, 2 minutes. Ridiculous. That's why it's my number 7 pick. It would be a lot higher, but there's nothing else for me to warrant it to be super high. If it had great guns, it would probably be like a number 5, a number 4 pick. But it doesn't. It's got mediocre guns and retarded torpedoes. See, I rank most of these depending on, like, how good they are overall and where their downsides are. And Shimikaze has, like, one huge downside, and that is it just gets countered so fucking easily. It gets easily countered at this tier. Most people at Legendary tier kind of have a head on their shoulders, and they know what they're doing. I say that, but that's not necessarily true, because we know any tier you go at, there's going to be bad players that don't know what the fuck they're doing. But for the most part, I would say there's a lot more people at Legendary tier that you got to worry about, you know, because it's Legendary tier. Most people have some playtime, and they should know by now that a Shimikaze, you can easily go out and just get it spotted and counter it. Anyway, let's move on to number 6. Enough Shimikaze. I'm getting sick talking about it. Number 6 is none other than my my personal favorite thing to go out and just fuck people in. Pause. Anyway, my number 6 pick is none other than the Tier 7 Premium American Carrier, the Saipan. I had to throw in a carrier in this list, because don't worry, I know, like, if I could be honest with you guys, every carrier can fill the spot. Carriers are fucking dumb in this game. They're retarded. They're broken. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Any carrier in this game can be just disgusting, because they're a fucking carrier. You don't have to get your fucking carrier itself in the battle. All you do is send planes at people over and over again and do stupid amounts of damage. That's carriers for you. And Saipan, where do I get started with this thing? Well, Saipan has torpedo bombers. Now you're probably thinking, well, they're American torps. They're not good. When you've got 4 of them and they're very tightly grouped, Saipan is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. These torpedoes, you've got 4 of them, right? You have 2 planes, and 2 planes drop 4 torpedoes in a pretty good spread, and you can just absolutely fucking destroy people with them. It's ridiculous, right? And on top of that, you've got American dive bombers too. HE dive bombers. So let's say you get a flood on somebody. They damage con that flood. Come back with your HE dive bombers and set a fire on them. Vice versa. Hit them with your bomb, set a fire. They put out that fire. Come back with torpedo planes and set a flood. The Saipan is an absolute fucking demon. It's my favorite carrier in the game because of that. And it's a Tier 7 premium, so it makes lots of money. Are you noticing a trend with a lot of these picks? They're all like premium ships. And they all make lots of money. So it's almost like Wargaming is rewarding people for playing stupidly overpowered ships. Like Suzuya, like Wichita, like Saipan. And some upcoming picks. It's like, dude, I swear they make premium ships some of the most overpowered ships in the game. But, hey, they got to make their money somewhere. But I actually got, funny enough, I got Saipan for free because it was a Bureau project. And I think it still is a Bureau project if you wanted to do it. But yeah, Saipan, it's just great. It's got retarded potential for torpedo planes and whatnot. And, of course, you got some HE dive bombers to throw in the mix. You just got to play Saipan to understand. It's just straight up ridiculous. Just take my word for it. And that's why it's my number 6 pick. Saipan, ridiculous, so good, nasty. Just, oh. Saipan's a pain in the ass to deal with. Especially if it's a good Saipan, not some shit player playing it. Now let's move on to my number 5 pick on this list. My number 5 pick, none other than the Tier 7 Premium British Light Cruiser. Not Tier 5. Why did I pick Tier 5? The British Light Cruiser Plymouth. Yeah, this thing is ridiculous. In the right hands, this is easily one of the best cruisers in the game. But that's the thing, in the right hands. It's not an easy cruiser to play. You want to know why it's not an easy cruiser to play? Because it's got a citadel longer and greater than the Grand fucking Canyon. All it takes is one good solid look at this ship, and this thing blows up like the fucking 4th of July on steroids. It's bad. This thing rarely gets overpenned. And that's like the one major downside with it, is its armor. The armor is god-awful. It gets citadeled by everything. Usually, unless you just got bad RNG, and your shells aim a little bit too high and don't pen its citadel. But yeah, Plymouth is just disgusting. Because of its guns. The guns are, I would say, the best guns at tier 7. Straight up. And it doesn't even have high explosive. It's the AP that makes this so ridiculous. So, and it only comes with AP, by the way. But dude, the damage that you can do with these AP shells, if you get broadsides or even slightly over angled ships, the AP that these 6-inch guns somehow magically, it's just so fucking ridiculous. You've got 16 guns, all right? You've got 4 turrets of 4. So you got 4, 8, 12, 16 guns. 16 AP shells, okay? Every 5 seconds. And these are some insane AP shells. Okay? I wish it would kind of... Okay, so yeah, the armor penetration at point-blank range is 357 millimeters. And the armor penetration at max range is up to 91 millimeters. So anybody that's slightly over-angled or broadside, you're just going to slap them over and over and over and over again with armor piercing. I'm talking like 3 to like 10k damage, if not more. This thing is ridiculous. It can melt people. It's like, it's literally a... It is a Minotaur at tier 7. It's so good. That's why I have to put this at number 5. Plymouth is so good. In the right hands. Again, it's not an easy ship to play because of how big it is and how big the Citadel is. But if you can learn how to just use your smoke screens, right? This thing has smokes. Did not mention that. And it also has the option, by the way, of the best radar at the tier. It has the option at tier 7 for a 9.9 kilometer radar with a 40-second duration. I usually don't run this because I don't like pushing in and getting spotted, potentially, and getting nuked. I like to run the smoke screen and just be a damage farmer. That's just me. But sometimes, if I'm feeling bold, I will run the radar for fun. Like even on my Minotaur, on that, I do like running radar sometimes. It's kind of fun. It makes the game a little bit more challenging. Also, this thing has ridiculously good sonar as well. 4.9 kilometer ship acquisition range. It's just so good. The consumable options with this thing, really flexible. And overall, it's just a great cruiser. The maneuverability is pretty awesome. And it's British. It's a British light cruiser, so it has like that ability to stop and go in like the blink of an eye. The throttle jockey potential with the Plymouth is ridiculous. And overall, it's got torpedoes as well. It's just overall, it's good. It's really good. The only downside is its armor. That's the only downside. The armor is not good. And the fact that you kind of have like a high main battery traverse time. But I don't care. It makes up for it with the ridiculous AP. The AP is, you just gotta play it. Play it and get some broadsides. You'll see what the fuck I mean. Like, this thing just plasters people with AP. And yeah. Plymouth, number 5 pick on this list. It's really good. And that's why I have it in here. But again, I don't like to include it in like my recommended ships. I would not recommend this to anybody because it's kind of hard to play. Like it's very unforgiving. I've gotten dev struck quite a bit in this thing because of how ridiculously bad the armor is. It's not an easy ship to play. That's like why, for example, it was not in my top 5 recommended premium ships, because it's something I don't really recommend to everybody. I would recommend a Wichita over a Plymouth, because Wichita is more easier to play. Plymouth is more disgusting, but you have to be a bit better to make it work, right? You have to get broadsides and whatnot. Anyway, let's move on to my number 4 pick. My number 4 pick is none other than the Tier 5 Japanese premium, notice a trend, premium battleship, the Haiguya. The Hyuga, not the Hyguya. The Hyuga. This thing is one of the best battleships in the game. Now, some of you may be wondering, where's all the other battleships? There's some overpowered battleships out there. Yeah, I know there are. But I don't play them enough. I don't like battleships in this game to begin with, really, anymore. Like, for example, Lenin. I don't have Lenin. I don't have John Bart. I don't play enough of the quote-unquote super overpowered battleships enough. Like Louisiana, I don't really play that much. So that's why I'm not including it in this list. And I know there may be some really overpowered ships in your guys' opinions out there. That's what the comments are for. But I'm saving this list for overpowered ships that I think are personally just ridiculously overpowered. In my experience, right? And Hyuga. This thing is ridiculous. At Tier 5, it's got 12 14-inch guns. And that alone really isn't nothing special. There's a lot of ships at Tier 5 that have a lot of 14-inch guns. But the thing that makes it so special is the main battery reload booster at Tier 5, which is ridiculous. And also, the gun firing angles on the Hyuga are pretty good. If you play this, you'll know what I'm talking about. The firing angles on the guns, it's pretty juicy, overall, and it's pretty easy to just do things with this thing. Also, the armor is really good on the Hyuga. Really good overall armor scheme. You just get your guns off and kind of turn back in and ricochet, I would say 90% of shells that get shot at you, unless it's high explosive or 15-inch guns that hit your bow right there. But as you guys can see, the Citadel is pretty big, but it's hard to Citadel at close range because of just how low that Citadel is. And the fact that you just got so much protection. The Hyuga Citadel is just so well protected that you don't get Citadel that often. Now, yes, you can get absolutely penetrated, like a lot, but you don't get Citadel that often. The only time I tend to get Citadel in this thing, or I Citadel Hyugas, is if, like, at longer ranges. Plunging fire, right? Plunging fire is where this thing gets Citadeled 90% of the time. Okay? But that's it. The armor, it's such an easy ship to do good in, right? It's Tier 5, so you got a lot of dumb fucks at Tier 5. A lot of people who are still learning the game at Tier 5. So that alone just immediately boosts the ship up. It's a premium, so it makes lots of money. It's got great armor. It's also got pretty decent, it feels like it does, but on paper it actually doesn't. But overall, this thing is just a really good battleship. Good guns, good survivability. It's got 60,000 hit points at the tier. The guns are great. I already said that. Secondaries are good too, but you don't really want to build into that. AA is all right. It's just overall, it's a solid battleship. I love this thing. And yeah, I had to include at least one battleship in this list to make it not a complete blowout of cruisers and whatnot and destroyers. But yeah, Hyuga it's a must-have. If you're a battleship fan, this thing's really fun, and it's just really good. It's just super good at Tier 5. I don't think there's a battleship in the game that I have done this good in. Let's see my statistics real quick. Ooh, look at that. I got a 69% win rate. 154 battles played, and out of those 154 battles, I've got 106 victories. I've got almost basically a 70% win rate. And I wonder why. And I on average do 100k damage in this thing. My highest damage game ever in Hyuga is 221,000 damage. So this thing has the potential to do absolutely insane things. So, yeah. Now, let's move on to my number 3 pick. We're finally getting into the top 3 on this list. My number 3 pick is one of the most disgusting ships in the game. And it is none other than the Tier 7 Premium. See, again, it's a premium. It's always a premium. Tier 7 Premium light cruiser for the USSR, the Ochakov. Oh my goodness. Where do I begin with this thing? Just playing this ship, I feel gross. And just talking about it, I feel kind of gross. I don't play it much anymore. Notice I only got like 397,000 Elite XP in this thing, and that's kind of low for me, since I've got like 20-something thousand standard battles, and I play a lot of fucking cruisers. But I don't play this one as much, because it's just so easy. It's disgusting. It's just straight up gross on so many different levels. There's almost nothing wrong, and nothing bad about this ship, other than the fact that it just does everything. Okay, let's first talk about the consumables. It's got everything going for it. It's got sonar, it's got radar, and it's got an 11.7 kilometer radar with a 20-second duration. It's got heals. It's got ridiculously good survivability. You want to know why? Because it's got the no armor, best armor scheme. This is a light cruiser, guys. It's just got ridiculous survivability because it almost never gets citadeled, ever. Again, the only time you ever get citadeled is if you're just playing like a complete knob and you're just begging for it. But I almost never get citadeled in this thing. When I shoot at Ochakovs, I almost never citadel Ochakovs. So overall, I would say this thing, it has pretty good survivability. Despite it saying the survivability in game is only 46, I don't buy it. The guns. Yeah, this thing has ridiculous guns. It's Russian, so it's got super good high-velocity shells, 950 meters a second, 4.8 second reload on my build, 18-kilometer range. It's got ridiculous stuff going for it. The high explosive shells, they set lots of fires. The AP's pretty good as well. Nothing wrong with the guns. The guns are great. The torpedoes, you've got 8-kilometer torps as well to help you. You've got decent AA. You've got good, decent maneuverability. I say decent. That turning circle radius, not the greatest. Not the greatest. A 750-meter turning circle on a light cruiser is not good, but it's alright. Whatever. And, of course, the concealment. It's not bad either. And overall, there's just almost nothing bad about the ship. It's just good. It's so good. If you manage to get this thing, have fun. It's just an easy mode cruiser. The guns. You only got 4 of them, right? You only got 4 of them, but they're super accurate. They have a quick reload, and you just hit people over and over and over again with them because of that high velocity shell. So it feels like you've got like 12 guns. It does. It feels like you got like 12 guns because of the reload and stuff and all that. This thing can just dish out so much hate. And it's also just kind of a small cruiser. Like, it's not a super big cruiser. It's kind of hard to hit this thing. And when you do hit this thing, it's usually an overpen or a pen. So, yeah. Ochakov, it's just ridiculous. It is one of the most overpowered cruisers in the game by far. And that's why it's on my number 3 spot. Ochakov. It's good. It's just so good. Now, let's move on to my number 2 pick. None other than the Tier 7 Premium. Mine CE. Oh, man. So, I don't know if you guys remember, but back in the day, the Weimar. The Weimar was one of the best. Actually, it was the best. This thing was the absolute best cruiser at Tier 6. It was so good. It was so overpowered that they moved it up to Tier 7, and most people forgot about it. Then they released the Mines. And basically, the Mines is what Weimar does, but better in every way. So, the Mines is a hipper hull. It's got a hipper hull minus the armor, so it doesn't have as good as armor. But that's fine, because no armor, best armor. Add light armor to this thing, you're just going to make it to where it never gets citadeled. Also, it kind of has a slight turtleback armor scheme. So, in my experience, I almost never get citadeled in this cruiser. I almost never citadel this cruiser when I shoot at these things. So, the armor alone is great. The guns. I would say, I don't know the math, but the DPM on this thing, because of its quarter penetration, it is ridiculous. It is so fucking retarded. Pardon my language. But it's just retarded. It's fucking absolutely ridiculous what this thing can do in the right hands. I'm at a loss for words just thinking about it. The DPM with this thing can be absolutely vile. Just vile. It pens everything, okay? Because of that quarter pen. 38 millimeters of armor penetration on the HE shells. The fire chance is not that good, but you just dish out so many shells that you don't need a high fire chance. You don't need it. You're going to set fires here and there no matter what, unless you just got horrible putrid RNG. Also, it's got ridiculously good high-velocity shells. The AP shells, some of the best AP shells in the game. They're right up there with, like, actually, these shells do more damage than the Plymouth. That's why it's in my number 2 spot. But The Mine CE has just some of the best guns at the tier. These AP shells rip apart everything. Any broadsides, this ship will just rip it apart. We're talking some nasty penetration damage. And you got the high explosive as well for angled targets. The torpedoes, you've got, of course, since it's German, you've got like 8 torpedoes per side. So if you need to rush in and just fuck somebody up, you can do that. The AA is pretty good. The maneuverability is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. And the concealment, it's fine. I mean, this thing is just overall, it's just super good. It's so good. The guns. They are so good. And it's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. And that's why it's my number 2 pick. Again, you just gotta play it to understand. Go watch a video on it. Go search up mines on YouTube for WoW's Legends. And just go watch a video on some of these ships. These things are disgusting. I would play battles in these ships, but I don't. For time's sake, I don't have the time. But yeah, it's just take my word for it, dude. It's just so stupid, the potential with these cruisers. Like, you ever wonder why they're my favorite class in the game? This is why. They just have some of the best shit going for them. It's not even funny. And yeah, Mine CE, my number 2 pick. It's so good on so many different levels. I love this thing. It's ridiculous. And also, did I mention too? I forgot to mention. It's got German sonar, 5.6 kilometer ship detection, for 3.8 torpedo detection. It's got heals as well. So you can just stay alive forever in eternity and just dish out shitloads of shells, burn everything to the ground, slap people around. That's what the the mains. That's what the mains does so good. Or the mines. The mines, yeah. It's mine, baby. It's so good. And again, I don't play it that much either, because again, it's so dirty. It's so vile. I don't like to play them that much. Again, I've only got like 351,000 Elite XP, and that's not a lot, considering I have like millions of Elite XP in other cruisers. Okay? Anyway, we're coming up on like 40 minutes, so let's get into my number 1 pick. My number 1 pick is the, it's the Kamikaze. The most overpowered ship in the game. I don't care what anybody says. This thing is fucking retarded. And it's a tier 4. It's a tier 4. So playing this ship is like cyberbullying. You are literally committing acts of cyberbullying playing this thing. I swear to God. Okay, let's get into why this thing's so overpowered. The concealment is on my build. 4.6 kilometers. It's basically a submarine, guys. It's basically a submarine. That is retarded. Okay, that's like 4.6 kilometer concealment is just like... I can get within people's secondary range. I can get, like, and this is tier 4. I can get within some poor Wyoming secondary range. He has no idea. Little Timmy playing as Wyoming. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Bro just started the game. And I'm literally a submarine on his fucking port side. And I launch 6 torpedoes every 40 seconds. 6 torpedoes that do 14,000 damage, potentially, every 40 seconds. That is fucking retarded. And they go 72 knots. This ship is fucking retarded. It's straight up fucking retarded. And there's no words other than that. The concealment is straight up retarded. The torpedoes are retarded. I'm saying enough retard words to make someone cancel me, but you can't cancel somebody who doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Think of Shimikaze, right? Think of Shimikaze, but at tier 4, where you can just run rampant and just straight up molest everybody. That's the ship. The only thing you got to worry about in Kamikaze, and I mean the only thing you have to worry about in Kamikaze is getting spotted, which will almost never happen, and getting countered by like a carrier or DD. And that almost never happens because you have really good speed, you've got insane maneuverability, and you can outspot basically everything at the fucking tier. So you should almost never be getting spotted in kamikaze unless you're a fucking moron, right? Or you're dealing with like another super stealthy destroyer or your carrier. That's it. That's it. There's no counter to this thing. There's no radar at tier 4, and except like maybe Bajani, but that's tier 5, and you almost never see those things, and you almost never get close enough to see them. So yeah, kamikaze. It's just the best ship in the game. It's literally, you could take this thing into like tier 6 and 7 lobbies and still probably do good. It's that good, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why it's my #1 pick. It's just, you ever wonder why you can't even get this ship anymore except out of crates? It's because it's so overpowered. They don't really sell it anymore. You can get it out of like the Firepower Deluxe Edition and out of some crates, but that's about it. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is my top 10 overpowered ship list. Yeah, Cleveland, my #10 pick. #9 was Suzuya. #8, Wichita. #7, Shimakaze. #6, Saipan. #5, Plymouth. #4, Hyuga. #3, Ochkov. #2, Mines CE. And #1, Kamikaze. Notice I only have 41,000 Elite XP in this thing. It's because it's so fucking vile that I don't like playing it. Like, again, I've only played... Okay, look at this. This just sums it up perfectly. Okay, so remember, at the end of the day, I am not a torpedo boat player. I love gunboats. And I have played only 8 battles. 8 battles in my Kamikaze. Okay, in Standard. I've only played 8 battles. And 7 of them were wins. 7 of them were wins. I've only lost 1 battle in my fucking Kamikaze. That right there should show you how fucking retarded this thing is. That, the statistics alone should just prove everything you need to know. I am not a torpedo boat player. I don't like torpedo boats. I don't like how torpedoes work. I don't care. I like gunboats. I hate torpedoes, yet I could take out Kamikaze and just torpedo everything just fine. I wonder why. I wonder why. So yeah, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the video today. I hope you all did enjoy a bit of a long 42+ minute video. So if you guys did enjoy, be sure to go down there. Let me know in the comments below. And let me know in the comments below some other overpowered ships that I maybe should have included. But again, I'm just going off of experience here. I'm not going to include ships I don't play very often. I say that. Meanwhile, I fucking include Kamikaze. I've only got 8 battles in it, but everybody knows. I have to put this thing #1 because everybody knows how fucking busted the Kamikaze is. So it's the only ship on this list that I just had to include it, and you know, the one I barely ever play. But yeah, comments, guys. I encourage all you guys to go down there and let me know what you guys thought of today's video and whatnot. I'm gonna try to go back through and I'm going to try to condense it up for you guys. Not condense it, but I'm going to put like timestamps everywhere so you guys can kind of skip around in the video if you guys want to and whatnot. And I'm going to, of course, put numbers and whatnot on the screen for you guys so that way you guys can see where we're at in the video. So that way this long video isn't so bad, right? Because you guys should know me by now. I'm not the kind of YouTuber who likes going through and just editing everything down. I'm not a super big fan of that. I like to just have a raw, unedited, bare minimum video for you guys. Just my raw opinions out there and not much left out. So there you go. Anyways, I'm ending it here. You guys have a fantastic rest of your weeks and weekends. And if I don't see you in the next few days, because I'm probably going to be off for a while because Christmas is right around the corner. So if I don't see you until then, happy holidays, everybody, and Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah as well, or whatever you guys celebrate. And stay safe out there, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.